As far as we know, we're the only survivors left. I'm Randall Carillion. This unfortunate soul here is Max Sanders, and the electronics genius at the back is Renza Boro Trance. How did you get here? He's probably dead. Angelo found no trace of him when he went to rescue Max. We would ask Max, but most of the time he slips into a delirious state and babbles uncontrollably. That's Renza Boro's job around here now. He makes electronic tools and machines to help us until help arrives. You probably won't get a word out of him. He's working on some kind of holographic projection unit that will let us see what every camera in the station can see. Whatever you do, don't ask to use any of his tools. He's extremely possessive. Yeah, right. If you're the genius, why don't you go and find us some food? Then get going, and don't forget about us, will you? Kara Oceana. Yeah, she was one of us, but I fear she's become another meal for those things. She went off with the others down to the stores or somewhere. Ridiculous idea. We should all wait here until help arrives. Quenovis? Yeah, he's one of our group. It was his turn to go and find supplies, but I fear for his health. What did he say? Where is he now? That is a shame. We all liked Quenovis. With those things running around, not a chance. A rescue ship should be here soon, and when it does, we'll all be safe. Running around with those monsters is not my idea of a pleasant afternoon. Renza Boro has a link with the station's computer system. We can't access much, but according to him, there's a ship coming. We can but believe. We estimate it should be here in about an hour at the most. He was attacked by one of those chimeras that are around. Ugly monsters who attack only when their prey is in dim or no light. Max here was lucky. I saw a guy that had his head ripped clean off. But Max isn't going anywhere. He's in deep shock and even screams in his sleep. You're lucky you haven't seen any of those things. Yeah, well, Angelo has a tendency to bend the truth, and we haven't got any of anything to spare. As for Kara, that crazy girl went off in search of the captain, but he's probably dead now too. Thank you. Please hurry, and be careful too.
Welcome to the Yokkaido Corporation Network. Please insert handprint to verify identification. Welcome, Joshua, to the Yokkaido System Network. Company records have provided me with your identification, and I am pleased to inform you that for delivering the required information, you have been credited the prearranged amount. How may I assist you today? You do not have security clearance for this information. You do not have security clearance for this information. Warning. Records indicate that Science Officer Kara Oceana has not returned from authorized spacewalk 2.71BR. Standard EVA suits only have a 2-hour oxygen lifespan. Science Officer Kara Oceana has been outside for approximately 1 hour, 53 minutes. Science Officer Kara Oceana's suit beacon indicates she is presently located at the transmitter beacon. This area is visible from the window in this room. The nearest airlock location from this terminal is in the outer office. Certainly.
Joshua, you saved me. I've missed you. When the disaster struck, I thought I'd never see you again, and that I would become prey to one of those things. Only just. My oxygen pack is getting dangerously low. The transmitter was set by Mr. Yokkaido to broadcast a quarantine message to any approaching ships. It tells them not to dock until further notice. I was trying to alter the transmitter to tell the approaching cargo ship that everything is okay and to dock at the supplies bay. Yes, it has been circling the station for several hours now, but it was only just noticed. I fear that we have no hope. I can't make head or tail of this transmitter. Can you? Thank you, Josh. You saved me again. We need to find a way off this station, ASAP. I was trying to hail the Mirith 8 cargo ship that has been orbiting us, awaiting landing permission. Unfortunately, I couldn't get access on the system network and had to see if I could somehow use the transmitter directly. Then I got stuck, and you know the rest. We don't know why, but Mr. Yukaido set the transmitter to order all ships to keep their distance. We haven't been able to read the message. Only the captain has access, and the terminal he's using has a malfunction. Genetic research my ass. More like narcotics. This station is just like a giant research and production factory. Or was, anyhow. Well, I left a group of survivors up on the administration level who insisted that there was help coming. We left them because we didn't feel that there was, or they would have been here by now. Then there is the other group down in the storage section. I think they were a little stir-crazy before I met them. We all stayed in this cramped room and survived on what food we could get from the dispenser nearby. You haven't got any food, have you? I'm hungry. Thanks. Tastes good. Nice to see you haven't lost your sense of humor, but this isn't the time for jokes. We've got to get out of here. Finding the others would be a good idea. Then perhaps we could get out of this nightmare. Nobody is brave enough to venture out of the encampment, not even with lamps. I think you could be our savior. You and just about everybody here. We don't even know what they are. And they're not vegetarian either. I was up on the maintenance deck trying to borrow some steel plating for testing purposes when all of a sudden there was a massive crunch and the station shook. Then most of the lights went out for a minute or so, then they came back on. I was standing next to Renzabora when the lights blinked out. When they came back on, he had gone. Well, we survived in this small room until a group of us realized that there wasn't going to be a rescue and we should try and find ourselves a better place to hide. So we ventured out and made our way down the stairs and through some ventilation shafts until we found the captain and the others. The few who left with me from administration, they made it down to the captain without too many problems. We did once see an alien follow us. We were leaving the stairwell, and when we looked up, we saw an alien climb down the stairs. But they couldn't take its weight, and the whole lot came down, crushing the ugly beast. That's great. I know how we can get the ship out of the station, but what about the others? Your ship can only hold 2 people. We must find the captain. He can override the computer system so we can evacuate. Problem is, he's real scared, and he won't even leave the little room he's found for himself. We can but try. Okay, but keep that light up.